But he is a thorn in our
That's
side.
He's a very nice, jovial, sweetheart of a guy.
I'm sure he is wonderful in your eyes. We again see him a little bit different. What about Fidel Castro? What wonders does he have that for Code Pink?
You know, I'm not a big fan of Fidel's because he used violence, and I disapprove of violence.
Well, that's good. I know Medea has some ties in with him. I'm not going to put words in her mouth, but she's written some books and so forth involved with Cuba. And
but, you know, she left there because she had a falling out with him. So, you know, it's like that's old news. So.
Well, that's good. And, you know, that means there's still hope in the world. And what about your support in the political arena? It looks like today Barack Obama is, for all intents and purposes, kind of cinched up this primary against Hillary Clinton. I've read again, I just want to confirm with you, your support for Barack Obama.
No, you're not reading correct.
Okay, well, set me straight. Who are you backing then?
No, I'm not. I don't know that the election system is
well,
first of all, the last two elections have been stolen, and everybody's a politician, and I really want to end the war, so I just stay an anti-war activist and don't get involved in politics.
Code Pink and your anti-war activist group has had this Hillary campaign thing,
right.
So you've obviously been going after her. Now,
we've been going after her long before Barack Obama was ever in the race.
Okay, so these reports that Obama gave out some of his financial things saying that you had donated to him, those are just not factual.
Okay, so I have donated to Ron Paul, Obama.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure.
Edwards, Kucinich.
Okay.
I actually supported everyone who had an anti-war message in the primary.
All right. Well, at least we can touch on that. Did you have given money? I don't give money to groups I don't support, and I don't know what you do.
I gave money to everyone who spoke out against the war.
Okay.
Including Ron Paul, who's a Republican.
All right. Well, okay. And we're getting to the close, but I want to look at one. You have several different activities, this is again pulling from your Code Pink Alert website. Some of your repeat events that you do, and one of them is called Breastfeeding Playgroup for Peace. And they're doing this now, it looks like, down at the recruiting station. Mm-hmm. And what's up with that, Jodie? What's up with Breastfeeding for Peace? How's that going to end the war?
It's mothers coming together who want to end the war and be together in a peaceful, life-giving activity. Of
exposing their breasts or what? I mean, that to me, I have to say that's what I see as the draw, that they're trying to get breastfeeding. I mean, because it could be anything. And to me, Joe,
I'm not understanding.
Okay, you understand breastfeeding. It's an event called breastfeeding, telling mothers to come down and breastfeed, sing songs, and playtime.
Right.
And I'm wondering why you picked that group as opposed to banjo pickers or some other group.
I just told you, because what we're trying to do is expose the life-giving need and not the life-taking away violation the war is.
Okay. I just think, again, I support your right to scream to the heavens to get rid of Bush. It's not going to happen. He's almost out of office.
It's not even about getting rid of Bush. It's about ending the war.
Well,
it's all about ending the war.
I support your right to go after Bush to get rid of the war, if that's how you want to phrase it. I have a real problem with anything that involves trying to undermine the soldiers' ability, the military's ability to recruit itself, to recruit others, if it has anything to do with the military men and women in this country, because they are low on the totem pole. They do not have the assets.
That's why Code Pink supports in bringing them home and getting them the money they need when they get home. We are the group that was outside of Walter Reed Hospital for 2 years that finally got the money for the hospital that nobody could get. We were the ones outside the hospital that exposed it, that got the Washington Post to write the piece about it. It took 2 years of standing outside and screaming for that story to finally be released. I made the film, the first film
right.
of the Iraq War.
We're running out of time here, Jodie.
Wounded soldiers. I don't know. Did you research that part of it?
I've researched a lot. I'll admit I haven't seen everything. Everything I've read about
the first film that exposed what was happening to the soldiers, the wounded soldiers that nobody was talking about.
I have researched a lot, and I have to admit, Jodie, that everything I've read about Code Pink has made me angrier and angrier. But this is the case.
Sounds like you're reading a lot of lies, because the things you brought up. Remember,
if they're lies, they're coming straight off your website, and so it's wherever they're found. I'm reading them. And I would just say that if you really want to get mainstream America behind it, you're going to need to change your tactics, because what your tactics are now is you're looking like wackos and crazy people. And you're going to get people in Berkeley, California that will fall behind that, but you're not going to get people in the heartland. Kansas people are not going to jump and run in droves, because they support the war on terror, and they support our military, and they're not going to want to get behind these radical things. I just think that we're doing a futile battle. But we got
80% of the country against the war.
Yeah,
so that was the goal. We accomplished it. I don't understand.
All right, then close up shop.
Well, we still don't have Congress pulling us out of the war yet.
Right. And that goes back to political will, which means the people are really not behind what you think they're behind, or there would be political will.
Congress isn't. Congress
All right. We've ran 3 minutes over, but Jodie Evans, I want to thank you for coming on the program. And I think we've given you more than ample time to speak and tried to have a back and forth and pretty cordial manner. And just want to thank you for coming on the program.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Code Pink. We had our little talk with Jodie Evans of the Code Pink. And I tell you what, I'm going to end this show today with a song from Keith Lavoie. Keith Lavoie sent me a patriotic song. But I would be totally remiss of saying goodbye to Code Pink and sending them the way of the dodo bird without letting my right index finger find. Oh, there we go. Oh. Wow. Yes. We flush Code Pink from the building, and I'm not even going to wait for the courtesy secondary flush. Other people out there, my opinion is the more I let her speak, the more you read their website. My work is done. I don't have to attack this group, because just reading about them, letting her tell you her beliefs is enough to incite the masses, because they are crazy, wacky people. Absolutely freaking crazy.